everyone, and welcome back to the Role Players Guild. And more importantly, welcome back to this group who has been out of commission for the past few months.
Yeah, seriously.
We are returning tonight with Falcons over the Underdark mini-series, which is connected to our other former campaign that we haven't gotten back to yet of Men and Monsters. We get to see what Squeebs, aka Ephriel, has been up to.
Murders.
Um,
Yeah.
we will jump right into it since we're going to have to do like a whole recap and everything. Um, so that we can get as far as we possibly can today. So, Falcon, the floor is yours.
All right. All right. Welcome back, everyone. So, a bit of a overview of the whole premise of this mini campaign. If y'all remember, our main group of adventurers had gone off and pitted their forces against an invading, ever growing force known as the Ministry of Black and Cloth. This group of kind of like paladins and warrior clerics that had been taken over and corrupted by their leader or their current leader, um, Stenius Trudit. That's what his name was. He had kind of overtaken the ministry and warped their intentions and essentially brainwashed a number of the members there to kind of turn it into this villainous, thug like group of ministers that had been trying to take over the continent of Gregor. Um, you're the original party had fought against the ministers, stormed the Blackened Chantry, uh, did away with the influence of Stenius Trudent and his Deep One benefactor, which happened to be an other planar aboleth that was uh, uh, supporting Stenius and giving him access to warlock like abilities. But during the kerfuffle and raid of the Chantry, a rogue cell of ministers had escaped through various tunnel systems throughout the Bible Crest mountain range and were tracked down to a local entrance into the Underdark. Um, the Everreach tribe that led the charge against the Chantry had created a small group of volunteers to track down this cell of ministers and to wipe them out before they could gain root in another location and potentially regrow their uh, troops and capabilities and potentially start anew. So, our group of volunteers, including Efferal, Trick, Pocket Turtle, Druskvar, and Sally, had volunteered to join this mission. They followed the tracks leading to the Underdark. They fought against a small tribe of Dwargar that was protecting the entrance into the Underdark. Uh, Gained ranks with a Myconid colony and gained their support through aiding them in their recruitment and retrieval, rather, of the aftermath of a serious battle that happened in their a small goblin town down in the Underdark. This group dragged the bodies back to this Morning Morel mortuary and gained the trust and partnership of the Myconid colony. The Myconids decided to divulge a number of information and clues to the whereabouts of this rogue cell of ministers. However, wanting to try and stay as neutral as possible due to their just nature of their community and their service that they provide with the morning mortuary. They tried to be as discreet and surreptitious with uh, their willingness to give information. But Ephriel and the rest of the party managed to convince them, especially with the aid that you had all provided them in the previous hours, days' work. They managed to guide you to this location that we find ourselves now. This is a large, massive cavern. Typically, all the tunnels that you have been traversing through down through the Underdark have been rather narrow, other than the various large pockets that break out and form these small, isolated uh, pockets. This one in particular is a large, cavernous acid pit. And they said that this is going to be your most direct path to the city of Dernth. Dernth is a Dwurgar city where the Myconids they believe is where this rogue cell of ministers are trying to set up base. So they directed you here, and you've traveled a great distance through the tunnel systems to uh, find yourselves in front of this house. Um, if you all want to kind of reintroduce your characters as well, just to give them an idea of who you're all playing, I think that pretty much covers everything. Unless I forgot anything, you all let me
If you don't remember, we probably don't remember.
know. I think that's all. I think that's everything.
But I can go first. We could go down the line. I am playing Sally, a half orc barbarian who is extremely girly. And she is carrying with her two weapons, a great axe with the head in shape of a butterfly, and uh it's not called a
Warhead,
great, is it a
a
warhammer?
mall,
A
a
maul,
mall.
that's right. A maul in the shape of like a hair bow or like a bow tie. And that's pretty much Sally. Sally is also Ephriel's best friend, TM.
TM.
TM. But I believe it's Squeeps' turn.
Hello, I am Ephriel. I'm the resident grumpy drow ranger who, he doesn't like people, but he's trying. So he also wants to kill the Black Enchantry. So and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for him.
Oh, excuse me. Oh.
Who's next?
Virgil, I think that's you next.
You're muted.
There we go. So I am playing Dreskvar. He is a Goliath druid, a Circle of the Moon. Wears lots of thick furs and hides, and carries a large, ornate staff at his side.
Right?
And I'm playing Trick, who is a Tabaxi rogue warlock. and has the customary edgelord background that you would expect of a black cat that is a thief and a warlock, and is down for anything that involves killing those who deserve to be killed.
I knew I liked this trick character.
I'm gonna get my headset on actually.
The real question is which one of us is edgier? I've been honing my point for 400 years as an elf. Actually, that's not true. But
All right. So
let's see if I remember Trick's original backstory well enough. Part of the pact that they made with the entity that gave them power is that they have nightmares every time they go to sleep, and it's the same nightmare over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And they will occasionally wake up. They have a notebook that they keep on their person, and it's kind of a reverse Death Note situation where a new name appears in the book, and they have to find this individual. And
that's pretty cool.
That's very reminiscent of Percy and his gun. The list that a name would reappear on the barrel. Very cool. We are short one player actually. Hope, who plays as Pocket Turtle, a turtle cleric of life, who I'm not sure if she decided on whether or not they're like a medium or small size character or like diminutive. She kept calling herself like she just wants to fit in a pocket. So I don't know, like, did she ever describe like the physical size of her character?
I think she wanted to be like small or like tiny, whatever I guess you would accept. I think it was really more for flavor.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever looked at the turtle and it's been the same size each time I've looked. So maybe it's small today. Who knows?
You know what? We'll say that Pocket Turtle is indeed pocket size. We'll make it a small turtle today. I will be playing as her character, just very loosely, just because, no particular reason at all.
Yeah, I'm sure it has nothing to do with something coming up.
So comforting.
Yep. I mean, just look at this lovely visage before you.
That looks like fields of lovely Underdark grass to me.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It smells like fresh Underdark flowers.
As you describe the smell, let me set the scene for you all. The smell is rather rank. The air itself seems to be completely overwhelmed with the smell of sulfur, boiling rock, hard, like calcified water. It just reeks of like old mildew, like uncleaned locker room. The scents are a bit overwhelming. And as you've been traveling this entire time throughout the Underdark, it's been a rather cool temperature. You are underground a great deal of distance, so it's relatively going to be cold down. However, when you approach this pocket of caverns, um, the the temperature immediately rises to a boiling like 98 degrees Fahrenheit. It is sweltering in this area. The sounds of spurting, bubbling, boiling water is heard throughout the entire cavern. bouncing off of all the open spaces and stalagmites, stalactites, and the various, pools of acid here. As you all look around, you can see various skeletons in mid decomposition. You can just looking at you can see like here and here, you see just bodies, some trying to crawl up onto the rocks, only having their rib cage and upper torso surviving and exposed to the air. The rest of their extremities, hips, legs completely dissolved. You can see in the middle a the decomposing corpse of a large warhorse that seems to have toppled over, and a large carriage that it was dragging behind it haphazardly broken and dumped into this acid pool before you. You can see that there is a somewhat laid out way that has various degrees of hopping over stones and small streams and rivulets of acid that pours over the top portion of the rock. Um, you can't really make out any sort of distinct trail or like handrails or any sort of worked. It's just a somewhat laid out position. Before you, you have a number of different ways that you consider taking, but before you actually embark, let me have everyone make a perception check.
Nat 20.
Heck yeah. And
That's it.
on my fancy dispel dice, I got a dirty 20.
Nice.
Cool. I'd also like to describe that all this cooling acid, it is all luminous. The entire cave is lit very brightly, but not too. It's like a very diffused light, but any sort of like if you have if you don't have low light, that's not going to be any issue here because the whole cavern seems to be very well lit just from the natural bioluminescence of whatever acid or you know bog water this is. Oh, excuse me. God, it took 2 sips. God damn it.
Every time, Alex, you are not allowed to drink
I
soda
can't
while
help it.
streaming. You
I
are
can't help it.
not.
I drink soda.
You're not allowed to drink it while streaming.
But what did everyone else roll? We have a natural 30, 20, and what else?
22.
Ooh, very good. All right. Trick. Trick, I don't think I hear you in.
I think they
Doug?
rolled a 20. They rolled a 26. That's what I heard. No, I have no idea.
I don't know. He's not frozen for me.
Maybe just bad connection.
Yeah, he might not be there.
Oh,
Yep, there it goes.
and-
Goodbye.
Alright, what does stream look like right now? Oh, yeah. Yeah, stream is. Oh.
I'm back.
Okay,
Hey,
everything
welcome
got
back.
reset.
All right.
Oh, I just saw the stream get janky. It's like
Yeah.
just the top of my head.
really?
Beluga's arm is on the other side of Virgil.
Oh, yeah.
That's
All right.
wonderful.
Well, I could confidently say that you all, as a have noticed, throughout the littered corpses, skeletons throughout this cavern, you all notice a small campsite. all the way on the western side on a rather large plateau of rock formations that seems to be relatively level, and does have a small campsite set to it.
Cool.
So at this point, I would say, whichever way you guys want to go, you can move your character ahead, and during any sort of obstacle or uh, break in the path or crossing over pit or anything, I will ask of a number of things for you. So,
Which direction did we come from?
I'm assuming bottom right.
Bottom.
yes, you all came from
Oh,
here.
okay. Gotcha. I wasn't sure, like, if we moved throughout this cavern at all last time or not. That's why I was curious.
No.
Okay.
All right, so I see Trick, you've moved over here. Druskfar, you've moved through here. Let me
I
get.
mean, I'll, I'll follow, but let me see what rolls they have to make first, and then I'll decide if I want to
Yeah,
follow.
let's.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Trick
let me.
isn't gonna hesitate to bust out the acrobatics to just hop over to the camp.
Okay, well, let me have you do an acrobatics check as you're
Uh-huh.
trying to squeeze through these two large stalagmites. You can either do like a climb check, or athletics or acrobatics. Um, Dressvar,
Uh,
since you're only going over a small like sliver here, just give me a simple um, like dexterity check.
Alrighty.
uh, let's see. That is gonna be 15 for acrobatics.
All right.
12
So
for
trick.
dex.
All right, 12. Dressvar, you it's a little bit of a gap here. You don't see any sort of um, like seeping of acid or like a flooding or anything like that. So it seems to just be a small gap between these two portions. So you're easily able to just take a big step over. You're a Goliath, right?
Yeah.
So easy enough for you to do. Just a very large step over this big crack. Easy enough. Trick, with the 15, you kind of back up a few spaces and you get a running start to kind of leap and almost somersault through these two stalactites. It's a little bit of a uh, tight fit, but you're acrobatic enough and experienced enough to manage it quite well. All right, let's have Ephraim, Sally, and PT go. We'll do like one movement worth for each character before we
Okay.
continue forward.
Well, since I don't want to run forward into the fray first, I'll just follow off to the
Okay,
right here.
let's do that dexterity check then.
Okay. 19.
Again,
Nope. Higher than a 19, but it's fine.
all right, it's a little bit further of a step for you. That just like a large step like Druskvar did is going to be a little bit too much of an extension for your frame. But with a quick hop and a push off of the edge here, you're easily able to make it safe and sound.
Okay, and then before my movement is over, can I
Mhm.
a little bit of flavor here?
Sure.
Let me hold on, where was it again? I'm gonna use I think I can use it as an action. I'm going to try and detect. Oh, hold on. Come back to me. Come back to me. I had the
Okay.
ability and I lost it.
I think I know exactly what you're.
Yeah, the one I'm
focusing on.
seeing is detect a portal, but
Yep. Yep.
I think that can do something else where I look for Faye and stuff.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Real quick, I did try to follow Ephriel, and I rolled a big fat 4.
4. Okay. So a little bit heavier of frame than the lithe drow or the just, long-legged Goliath. This is a little bit more of a gap
I'm
that
having
you're used
trouble like
to.
keeping my skirt down while also trying to
Yeah.
get over.
So your massive weapon kind of weighs you down a little bit you expected, and as you make that extension to step over onto the other side, a that edge of this platform you're standing on crumbles underneath you. Make me a dexterity saving throw, not reflex. We've been playing a lot of Pathfinder lately, so
Yeah, I know.
How close were you following? And or did you just grab the back of Ephriel's cape and yank him down? He took one big step over, then immediately was yanked backwards by his head.
This wouldn't happen to apply to my danger sense, would it?
no. No,
Okay.
this isn't any sort of like external threat or
It just
magic
says
ability or anything.
against dex saving throws against effects. Okay, yeah, it's not really an effect.
No.
It's just a crumble. All right.
This is
That's
more of like trying to catch your balance and save face.
that's a 10. This dice gave me one good roll.
So, as the edge of the stonework crumbles underneath your foot, you fall down maybe like a good 2-3 feet into this crevice that's
Great.
between these two plateaus.
Great.
And you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as you've rolled your ankle and kind of, now you're kind of stuck in this odd position where you have one leg all the way up and your other leg all the way down, and you're just kind of like stuck in between the two.
I go into a rage mid fall so that I only take 0.5 damage.
Okay, go ahead and mark that rage off for your
I'm joking.
day. Mm-hmm. Save 0.5 pound of damage.
Yeah, it's just 0.5 damage.
Mm-hmm. And you're a little bit stuck. You may need the help of your friends. And I would say Pocket Turtle's going to come up behind you and give you a push and like really kind of like a small person trying to lift a large like log or pole or tent pole or something. They start at the bottom and then start making their way up.
I do think last time Pocket Turtle was riding on my shoulder anyway, so depending on what kind of size we're going with here.
I don't recall.
Okay.
So I'm going to say no.
Okay, no problem.
That's for the narrative. So she's going to push you forward and give you that enough of a nudge to get you right there.
Oh, you don't need me to roll. Okay.
No. Your roll before the 1 point. That's
Gotcha.
all right. Mm-hmm.
I figured out which ability I was going to use before I forgot. It was my primeval awareness. I'm using a level 1 spell slot to sense whether there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elemental, fey, fiends, or undead present within 6 miles of us. Because I'm in my favorite terrain.
Yes, you are.
It doesn't reveal the creature's location or number. It just tells us if they're close or not.
What were they again?
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fey, fiends, or undead.
Fey, fiends. Is there a range?
Well, it's 1 mile or 6 miles if I'm in my favorite terrain.
Okay, so 6 miles.
It looks like you could just say yes or no.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to think if whether or not any of the things I have planned are fit into that description. I'm going to say no for now.
Okay, that's fine.
Say no for now.
So we're
Wait,
totally
no.
safe to go to the campsite. That's what I've discerned.
Well,
I
That's all
mean,
it
yeah,
is.
I'm going to say no.
technically, wouldn't those creatures that are trying to crawl out be undead, or are they like
No,
corpses?
No,
I think they're
those are
just corpses.
Oh,
So
okay. I
Acid
misunderstood.
melted their flesh off.
I misunderstood.
Mhm. Okay, so Sally, you're good to move in position. We're to like right back there. I'd say is your best. Pocket Turtle's gonna move. Okay, they seem to give a pretty sizable hop over this little crevice here. You watch as they launch themselves into the air over the gap. You watch as their hands and their legs like briefly pull into their shell, and as the rest of the shell travels over, they pop back out and land. Okay. Let's go. We'll go back in order. Trick. What are you doing?
Um, let's see. I will probably try to
Okay.
keep on hopping.
So that first jump over this little section, you can give me an acrobatics or athletics.
Yep. Ability.
At this point, you can clearly see this stone is an island, rivulets, and a steady stream of acid seems to form around this whole section here.
Okay. Dirty 20.
All right, you tend to deftly leap over onto the stone, um, rather acrobatically. All right. Do you want to keep going?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah. All right.
if
Make
we're
me
good.
another acrobatics or athletics. Now, this one's going to be a little bit more um, difficult since you're not going to be getting as much of a, and it's a much greater distance between the two portions of, uh, you know, walkable portion. So go ahead.
I mean,
Hmm.
the way I see it going in my mind's eye is that I, took a running leap from this one, landed, and then just continued, did it kind of like a triple hop
Okay.
or
All right.
triple jump.
Sure. So if you want to do that, make that from this leap, make that at advantage.
Okay. And, this is uh, this is where I remind you that my character has second story work.
Okay.
Just means I get an extra 3
Mhm.
feet horizontal distance
Yeah.
on a leap. 15.
Okay. It is a little dicey. Um, you make this second jump, this pounce off of the middle path, and you find that this stone in the middle is floating. It is not secured to the ground. As you launch off, this stone seems to move and dip into the acid from the force of your jump. So you don't get as much of a distance, but thankfully, with your conservation of momentum and your deftness and familiarity with long distance jumping, we'll say, with your
Mhm.
background and such, I would say with a 15, you just barely make it to where you're at. I think that'll be fair. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the landing isn't as graceful as I would like, but I take a couple stutter steps, pop back up like I meant to do it.
Uh-huh. Trick, since you're over in this central plateau area, make a perception check for me.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay.
He's graceful, not observant.
Mm-hmm. That is, well, you took the words right out of my mouth. So, with an 11, you notice that this central area that you've just landed on, uh, there appears to be a lot of like kind of like scuff marks or scratches and a lot of like wear and tear on the stone surface of the flooring that you're on. Um, and with a more direct line of sight on this campsite, you can see that it seems to be partially still in use. Like it hasn't really been completely broken down. I would say that's all you can observe at this.
Okay, I'll
Uh,
wait for the rest of the party to get over, but I have an idea of what I want to do.
okay, cool.
You've got this.
Drusquar, if you want to take a turn.
Yeah. Before I go over, I'm going to use guidance on Sally after her last one.
Okay.
Safe.
Make
That's a
sure
good
you
call.
get a running start at this before you go, and then I'm going to hop across.
Okay, go ahead and make me that acrobatics or
That is a 16.
beautiful. Perfectly fine. This is a little bit more gap than one you recently made over. And as you actually have to jump over this one instead of just stepping over the crevice before, you can feel the heat and steam reach like through your pant legs and rise up through your, touching like the skin of your legs and such as you jump over this portion. And you can feel the heat pretty intensely just from that brief jump over the exposed acid. Um, but you make it over in good standing. Also, I had forgotten to mention you all inventory lists, but something I forgot to mention that in the previous session you were given a number of resist acid potions from an alchemist that was part of the Myconid colony. He was human, a human alchemist that
Yeah, it looks like I have one in my inventory.
yeah. So if you all want to take note of that, by all means. Ephraim, you should be up.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and jump over and kind of position myself here over the ledge that kind of overlooks. Is this higher than the campsite or is it all on the same level?
So it's all very much similar levels. I mean,
Okay.
it's going to differ in degrees of like inches here and there.
All right. Well, I was just trying to see if this
Yeah.
was like high ground, but I'll just position myself here to kind of
Yeah,
look
I would
over.
say like the northern section, like up here and over here, is much more higher elevated.
Okay.
And along this bottom path, like all around here. But like this whole section, that's all very similar. A little bit lower. This whole I'm traveling my mouse over the map. I'm like, yeah, this area right here you can see.
Yeah, all right.
So,
Well,
like,
essentially, it's the same height as the
yeah,
rest of the
so
area.
far, like here, whoops, here, this one, and this one are all very, but you can see as you're getting closer and closer to the campsite, this all seems to be very high, rocky, like ridges of stone and stalagmites. So it's getting
Good
a
enough.
little bit rough.
All right, I'm just gonna pop over to here. I
All right.
rolled athletics, I assume.
Yep.
And I rolled a 24. So
Beautiful. Um, as easy as ever, jumping over, but like I said, just that brief period of time over the actual acid, you can definitely feel the intense heat coming off. Sally, go ahead and go make your turn.
Okay, yeah, I think I am going to be. I don't know if I want to waste the acid now when we're going to have to get out of here some other time.
wait, how long do the potions last? Is it
An
like?
hour.
I mean, if you're
Well, I have
there
a
was ever a
question.
time to
Like,
drink
are we
it.
going to the campsite over here to camp? Or are we
Um,
just going to see what's
if,
over there?
if you all remember, you have been a long time to get to this section. So, like, it's been like 12, 13 hours of you all walking through the cave system just to get to this area. So,
Mm-hmm.
it is late in the day. It's hard to tell. You haven't seen natural sunlight in at least 2 days. So, or
Just the
no,
way I
it's
like
been like
it.
a day and a
Just
half.
the way I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You're living it up.
Everyone knows
Oh.
exactly what time it is.
This is home. Yeah, I mean, down here we don't have to worry about if we're leaving at dawn or dusk to make it out of the cave at the right time. So
So I am going to hold off on my acid potion because I might need it after we rest.
Go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics.
I will absolutely make an athletics check. Alright. Okay. That is. Oh, I also get a D4.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
26.
Oh, easy enough.
Yeah,
You
good
try to
roll on this one.
reclaim a bit of shred of dignity from your previous attempt, and you just like Hulk jump over onto the other side.
Heck yeah.
No problem. Like you don't even feel that
Oops.
rushel of heat. You just made it over so quickly and deftly.
Cool. So I make it over to what, this central thing, or do I make it?
Well, you have 35, 40. What is it?
I have probably like 35. I have 40 feet actually.
40 feet. So if you were to jump onto this middle portion, it's going to be another roll.
I'll do another roll this time. It's gonna be without
Okay.
guidance.
Does Trick have time to holler back at her before she does that?
Yeah, Sally, if you wanted to hold
Oh yeah, go
on
ahead.
the
Go ahead.
second jump, Trick,
You
have
see
some
Sally
advantage.
getting ready to thrust.
Yeah,
And you-
cracking her neck,
Yeah.
doing the whole bit and bob. But before you do that, the small island is not stable. It's floating, yeah?
don't remember him being Russian.
I think he wasn't here for the second episode, so we only got him for the
Oh,
first
that's right.
episode.
Yeah.
Which was all combat.
Yeah.
So yes, you've all been in a pretty, tight, what's the word I'm looking for? Not community. Tight area
Right.
that you could have seen and noticed that when Trick leaped off of that middle island, that whole stone, like probably 4 or 5 tons worth of stone,
Like the
just
one
like
that I just jumped onto?
yes, well,
Oh.
would have gone to. You notice that it sunk and bobbed and moved in its place. It's clearly not like part of the actual Earth.
Mm.
It is free floating. So
That's where he is right now?
no. This one, where you are.
Oh.
That's why Trick said before you jumped onto this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so is oh, my athletic check was to get over here. Duh.
Yes.
Oh my god. Sorry. Don't mind me. All right. Cool. Then I will not go.
Okay. Well, with
Um,
now Trick saying that and telling the whole group, and you notice you can all ascertain that any sort of jump onto this or off of this could be rather dangerous.
Right, right.
question about what distance is that little island from the other sides?
So it's going to be like 7, 8, 9 feet. Um, it's not exactly to scale from the map or as far as like the
Okay.
uh, measuring tool goes, but I would say like 10 to 12 feet at this point, seeing a little bit further than what it looks, especially since this thing moves and bobs around.
Okay.
I didn't think it would be 10 feet.
I want to try something. I don't know how well it'll work, up to DM discretion.
All right, lay it on me.
I'm going to use my Staff of the Woodlands, and I'm
Oh,
going to slam it down and cast Wall of Thorns around the outside of that island to basically lock it into the walls next to it. So basically go on the outside ring of that
uh,
island and basically have the thorns shoot out to secure it to the other sides to keep it from wobbling.
kind of like that.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay. All right. Um, Before you do that, let me have you make nature or survival.
Nature or survival.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Let's see. Skills. Oh, yeah, I'm going with that. That is a 19.
Okay. Very observe. Which one was it? Nature or survival?
Survival.
Survival. Okay. Very observant. As you've looked around, you can see that any form of biological matter is completely eaten up by this acid. The wooden carriage that had fallen into the acid is the only part that you can see is whatever's left over above the surface.
Mhm.
All portions of bone or flesh or body that is in the acid is completely gone. So you can surmise with your high observation of natural organic matter, you were to summon a large portion of vines around the rock while in the acid. Those vines may not hold up for as long as you predict, or may be as strong as you predict.
Yeah, I actually was thinking of like how high above or how tall, how much of the rock is above the acid? Or is
I'd
this
say
like,
5, 6 feet.
okay, because I was thinking of like what's above it going around so it goes out. So yeah, basically, yeah, casting the wall of thorns around that rock, not all the way down into the acid. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe, I mean, we could go all the way down, but enough that it would shoot out the sides on the top so those wouldn't get burned away. At least help
Okay.
keep it from wobbling.
Okay. I think I get what you're talking about. So something like kind of like that.
Kind of. Yeah, basically like that, where this it comes out of the center rock in the distance, basically like expanding foam almost. You just push it and it just squishes out and holds it in place with just the sheer pressure of
Okay.
of the stuff to keep it from
Got
wobbling if we jump on it.
Okay. I can totally roll with that. Cool. All right. I would say then, with the addition of this supportive vine-like structure and thorns, it's going to lower the DC. However, any sort of significant fail could result in more environmental effect.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the start of your turn. You've cast this spell to secure this rock into place. You have a fairly confident mind that this will significantly aid in your attempt to pass over. So you still got your entire movement. Go for it.
All right. I will go from this top side because it looks like the shortest way over,
Okay.
and then
So go
move
ahead and make
across.
me the acrobatics. Well, since you're planning on going both ways, just give me two then.
Okay. So the first one was a 18.
Mhm.
The second one is a 12.
Okay. So the 18 gets you over rather securely. You can feel that the vines have definitely anchored this island into place a little bit better. It's not as wobbly and seems to give you a good enough support to push off of. However, with the 12, um, you manage to kind of miscalculate the actual distance between the stone and the other plateau. And you find yourself landing on a rather thick portion of the vines that you've summoned to focus the island in place. So
Okay.
you're on a little bit rough footing. So does your vine growth, or does it have thorns or anything?
Yeah, it's Wall of Thorns. It's the
Oh,
spell.
that's a spell. Um, is there a damage?
Yeah, there is.
All right. Can you go ahead and roll that?
uh, do I need to make a dex save on it since it's a dex save spell, or?
No, I would say that deck save you failed to jump over.
Oh, this is gonna
Land.
suck. All right, yeah, that hurt a crap ton. That was 38 points of damage.
Oh, how strong is this spell?
78.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're
that hurt.
gonna, I'm gonna take over for the damage on that. Then I didn't realize it was that strong. Holy shnikes!
It's a 6th level spell from the staff.
Holy crap, dude!
Yeah.
He really didn't want the island to go anywhere.
No, you did not. Oh my god, you lost a leg. That
Pretty
I
much.
would, oh my god.
Just a flesh wound.
I would say you 10 points of piercing damage as your foot clambers down on densely populated growth of vines and thorns, and your
All
leg
right.
is absolutely pinned by all these needles.
Okay.
Um, I will say you were knocked prone, and you would just need help getting up.
Okay.
Okay. Ephriel, you're up.
Hey, so who would like to? How far is the distance here? Is it safe to assume it's like 20 feet, as the marker suggests here?
Yeah, I'd say so. Give or
Okay.
take like a
Beluga, if I cast jump on you and tripled your jump distance, do you want to just clear the rock and not worry about the thorns that might kill you instantly? If you fall in the hole.
God.
Didn't think about that part.
7d8.
Okay, I will cast jump on Beluga.
Luckily, I do have a lot of HP, but still.
So yeah, jump just it triples your. I'm gonna touch you gently on the shoulder.
Swoon.
Now your jump distance is tripled.
I'm never gonna wash this shoulder again.
I need to wash my hand. I'll be right back. If I jump directly into the acid.
Now she's like, thanks, Effie.
Ooh, I don't.
Ephriel turns away.
Okay, Ephriel, what are you gonna do to hold?
Well, I'm gonna wait for Beluga to jump over,
Okay,
and then see if Pocket Turtle needs help crossing as well.
gotcha. All
Although,
right, then-
if you decide that if Pocket Turtle wants to just hop on the rock, I don't know how stable it is. But I just saw somebody fall into the vines and now looks all scraped up and tangled. So
Better than the acid.
definitely better than the acid. Probably.
All right.
So yeah, I'll cast jump on Beluga and then wait for her to jump across.
all right, Beluga, go
Where's
ahead
Sally?
and make your. I mean, I guess like I don't want to figure out the actual calculation of your jump distance. If you want to just
I read up on it. It's you could jump a number of feet equal to your strength score, as long as you get a 10-foot running start. So if your strength is 18, it would be tripled to like 48 or whatever.
Oh,
I'm at a
okay.
20,
44.
so it'd be.
Okay, so you'd be able to jump 60 feet with a 10-foot running start. So you could probably clear the campsite, actually.
Do you want it to? Do you want it to be athletics or acrobatics, or I choose?
You choose. Actually, but before you jump, I forgot to mention Druskvar. Make me a perception check as you've finally reached this central plateau.
Perception. I'm halfway decent at that.
And mine was a 21.
Beautiful.
Right, so
15.
Beluga goes sailing off the side of the screen.
Okay, 15.
That would actually be if I rolled a nat 1.
Yeah, so you can jump to here if you'd like.
So, Druskvar with a 15, you notice very similar things that Trick had noticed when he had first arrived. The ground here seems to be scuffed up, marked, scratches. It seems like something other than just natural wear and tear has affected the ground here. You
Okay.
also notice that the campsite is not like broken down. It seems to have been whoever was in there or whoever set up that camp, it was interrupted in some way. You can actually see a pot, like an iron pot, hanging over an extinguished fire, but it still has like a spoon in it. You can see like left boots outside outside of one of the tents. Clearly seems that whoever or whatever was in this small campsite was interrupted inside. Sally, you made it over clear as the bird flies through the air. You soar over majestically. Can you make me a perform check?
Yes, I actually can. I'm proficient. 12.
Well, hey, Ephriel, that jump was pretty damn
That's a great jump.
nice.
That was an amazing jump.
I like land and like twirl.
I'm actually starting to feel like I didn't need to cast jump in the first place. I just, there's just some powerful thighs that just took off and just
It's the
right
thunder
over.
thighs.
Yeah. I'm rolling a dice. It's a nat 20. I don't know what that means yet, but it's not good for Ephriel, and it's very good for Sally. So.
My last roll was like a 17, so I'm pretty sure.
That was a swoon check, and I definitely swooned. In fact, I swooned so hard you probably noticed it while you were flipping through
you
the air.
weren't able to hide it.
I couldn't hide it.
Awesome. All right. You watch as Pocket Turtle makes the first hurdle over this small crevice, and she seems to stumble a bit at first. And when she makes it over onto the other side, she falls and tips over backwards. She wasn't able to catch her balance. And you watch as her big, huge shell, even for a smaller creature, as she starts to tip over, she instinctively pulls her legs, her arms, her head into her shell. And you watch as this big, or comparatively big turtle shell, portal shell, I should say, tips over and gets lodged right in between the two spaces here.
Someone should have just thrown her like a red turtle from Mario.
Yeah. So
All right.
you hear muffled screams for help and assistance as you can see this gently rocking turtle shell lodged in between the two spaces here.
All right. Well, since I didn't jump over, I'll just run over to assist quickly.
Okay.
Since I didn't distance myself.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of had a feeling that this turtle wasn't going to be very good at jumping. So
Make me a strength.
Okay, strength check. 17. Nope, 20. Dirty 20.
Awesome. So as you grab onto her shell, you can feel that it's rather stuck in there. And as you actually make physical contact with the shell, you can feel that the shell is very, very warm. Just in this very brief period of time that her shell was stuck in the crevice over the exposed acid, her shell is very warm. Pocket turtle takes 3 points of fire damage as their shell heats up and the pulled and retreated meat of Pocket Turtle gets somewhat boiled in her shell. But Ephriel, with a sense of urgency, you jump in, grab onto the sides of the shell. What's it again? The starts with P. Placard? Or those whatever. You grab onto the shell and yank her out rather forcefully.
All right, now I need Sally to roll a swoon check for Ephriel's masculine feat of strength here.
Well,
to over
Ephriel will
grab
make
the
a
turtle.
performance check then.
Ooh, performance check. That's going to be an 18.
Oof. I mean, like the scene in Adventure when Captain America is catching the helicopter and holding on to the landing pad at the same time, like that very unique pose that was like specifically directed just for the female gaze. I mean, Ephriel's looking damn sexy.
Here, let me roll.
I think in the
roll.
yep,
that's
yeah,
a
go
nat
ahead.
20.
Go ahead and roll. In my way over, my hood fell down, so my beautiful white flowing hair is flowed out behind me.
Like Fabio.
Hold on, prestidigitation, puff of wind. We're gonna
Gust of wind.
Yeah, the vent, the acid heat rises up, and it makes my hair flare out.
Yeah,
like a beautiful
I've got
mane.
prestidigitation. I'm helping.
It's
Oh, he's
just
helping.
so pretty. Just so
It
pretty.
is one of the sexiest things you've ever seen.
Yeah, and then you look down and you say, "Oh, that's America's ass right there."
Yeah.
That's Balder's ass right there.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Ephriel and PT, you are still needing to cut this obstacle.
All right. Well, I can cast jump on Portal now. If that will help Portal get across.
Okay. Portal.
I don't remember the name. I'm sorry.
Pocket turtle.
Pocket turtle. Yes. How
But
can I forget? PT.
Okay.
That's about the only thing I can do to actually help other people get across. So I will do it.
Okay. All right. What she's going to do then is she'll get herself kind of in position. She'll take her little bomb to get ready. Let's see. And okay, she can just clear it. Yeesh.
All right. And then
As
since I saw her clear it, I'll cast Misty Step as a level 2 spell and teleport over here.
beautiful. So as PT launches through the air, she pulls in, withdraws everything, and you see it just spinning in the air, and then whoop, lands. Okay. Ephriel.
Oh, does somebody still need help in the thorns? Have we addressed that yet?
No, I'm still in there.
Yeah.
Trick can walk over
Yeah.
and help
Right,
them
right.
brace.
Perception. My cleric not have perception. Or Pocket Turtle. Pocket Turtle is too elated by the sense of flight they just experienced. She does not notice it. Area.
Oh, was I supposed to roll a perception when I came over?
I thought you said you rolled an natural one.
No, I didn't roll at all.
Oh, well, my bad. If you,
Perception.
as you you've rolled on two.
It was
This
a 9.
Okay. Oof. Ephriel. Oof. Okay.
Every rolled a 6.
I was
Okay.
too busy paying attention to Ephriel and Ephriel.
Yeah,
me,
sorry.
So.
I was too busy making sure everybody was paying attention to me. So
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys don't really seem to notice anything too significant. Nothing that hasn't been either pointed out to you directly by the other teammates of yours, or that you see naturally or passively. To you and Sally, you just seem to have come across yet another plateau. The ground seems to be a little bit key, a little bit less, flat in this area, and there's a campsite.
So now that we're all across, the thing that Trick wanted to do was go over to the fire ring and kind of reach out, feel if the stones are still warm from a recently extinguished fire. Like how recently was this camp abandoned?
So if you were to a collection of stones that ring the outside of the bonfire, and as you lay your fur-covered toe or your toe beans onto the stones, uh, they are room temperature. They're not cold, but you can surmise that just due to the ambient high degree of temperature this room exists in already, these stones are not going to be super cold. But they don't feel like they've had any sort of external heat or like any recent campfire put upon
Okay.
them. So they feel inert. Anything else that you all would like to do?
I mean, I guess while we're just kind of poking around, I would want to stick my head into whatever the structures are, be they tents or
So yes,
whatever.
with everyone over in this area now, I could say that this small campsite appears to have been a halfway house, essentially. something to just be a quick, easy setup for a brief rest to continue on to whatever else the travelers had in plan. So it seems to be a very rushed construction. It's a rather ramshackle type of tents. There's not a lot of preparation put into like securing, guide ties to pull out the sides of the tent. There's no like provisions or any sort of serious furniture or uh, amenities at all. This just seems to be a very basic, very straightforward. Let's just set up camp, get a couple hours of rest, and continue on. However, now that you're up close and personal and you're actually poking your nose, you can now sense, if Droskvar hadn't told you already, that this seems to have been a camp that had been interrupted. You can find, boots laid down on the ground, the cooking pot that seems to have, a leftover meal still in it, the coals of the fire completely extinguished, and the camp still up instead of being packed away. Mm. Um, who was that Ephriel? I think you had
Huh?
that measurement you did. I did it.
Yeah, I was just
This
doing a 20-foot cube.
No, I think it's supposed to be like this though. 20-foot cube supposed to be like
Well, I was thinking. Sorry, I was just planning if we decided to camp here. I was looking at the
yeah.
cube for alert.
Yeah, that was definitely that
That's
was it. That was it. Yeah.
the triangle.
Cubes.
Yes.
That's the joke I was making. Okay, so I mean, with all the traveling you guys have done, and now the bit of spelunking you've had to perform, um, you can find yourself almost enticed to utilize this halfway camp.
I mean, there's surely no danger in utilizing a camp that people definitely used halfway and then left, right?
None at
Well,
all.
Surely it won't go poorly.
um, it's up to you to make like if you wanted, you continue forcing your way past. You'll have to climb over the rest of its obstacles, but it's going to be a little bit more exactly know how much further it is through this acid portion of the dungeon. So it's up to you if you want to utilize this or not.
I mean, you've said that we've been traveling for like 12 or 13 hours, right?
Yep, just about that. Between it's hard to the passage of time. As you've been walking through almost like cookie cutter portions of tunnel systems, exactly alike. Hard to gauge the timeline, but you've all walked and exerted yourself to a sense of tiredness, of
I
weariness.
mean, it might be hard for a mere surface dweller, but as somebody that lives down here, these are basically
Mhm.
my streets.
Yeah,
I'll leave it up to other people to decide, considering I feel like everyone would be like, I'm ready to keep going, but he's also like living his life again now that he's been back under the ground for like 2 days, 3 days, however long it's been.
I mean, I'm a little. Oh God, I miss it. Hold on, I have to get the Valley Girl back. Oh my
That'll
God,
go.
I'm like a little sleepy, but like I'm still roaring and ready to go. So, whatever you guys want to do, I am good.
Okay. So, can I have everyone make a perception check for me?
12.
10.
23.
Ooh,
15.
okay. Oh, pocket turn. Okay, Drusquar. You've been noticing as you've been just kind of talk amongst themselves and investigate this campsite and kind of tend to their gear and such. You've noticed in the past maybe 40 seconds or so, um, very slight rumbling on the ground, like almost like a vibration, very faint. Um, I would like you, Drusquar, to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Nice. Okay. That's a 13.
13. Okay. Unfortunately, you are unable to act in time as a giant, massive, insect like creature with huge mandibles, clacking jaws, and claw like scythe appendages ripples out of the very stone behind you and attacks. Uh, say you had enough uh, warning to kind of anticipate something happening, that you don't get attacked from an advantage on it, but you feel these giant mandibles try to clack onto you with a natural 20.
Nice.
And this massive bug like uh, piercing
How much?
15 and 6 points acid damage as it
Six acids and how much piercing?
it's it was 15 piercing, 6
Okay.
20. But this giant ankh bursts out of the ground and clamps tightly down onto your toe, and it rears up its giant scythe-like appendages, tries to crash them down the body. You, my friend, considered grappled. Everyone roll it. Initiative. Yay! I need to do this. How do I?
Initiative order. Also, I've decided that this is named Bugless. If this is a bug, it's named Bugless.
Well, I have to do this for. Oh my. Oh.
It's like, there you go.
Oh, I have to. Oh. Oh, I got the 10. I got the 10s and all the other.
All the skeletons are coming back to life.
Yeah, right. That was.
All right. I've already snuck my initiative in.
Can I delete people from this? How do I delete people?
If you hover over their names, there should be like a garbage symbol next to, like on one side or the other.
Okay, I know what I'm doing. Boom. Oh. Remove all turns. Clear list. Clear. I'm going to do this just one by one because. Enter. Finally, goddamn. Enter. And I thought I could just. I didn't realize it was going to freaking. Okay. Now I need to do this, this. Oopa. And oh, I guess you're all seeing this.
Oh my god, nope. Hold on. Ephriel did in fact not roll a 156 for his.
No.
I was about to say, that's dang impressive on a D20.
Oh,
Well, I took a feat when I leveled up to level 8 behind the scenes that nobody knew about, and it gave me plus 100 to my initiative. So
great. Okay. All right, y'all. Oh, I have to do. What do I do? Sort. Oh, there we go. Okay. Trick. I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay. 22.
Okay, out of the commotion of everything and this sudden burst of stone, dirt, and small droplets of acid, you watch as this giant, monstrous insectoid creature bursts out of the stone, grabbles Drustvar. The sheer explosion of stone and the unexpected scream of pain that Drustvar lets out, you can look around a very swift uh, swivel of the head, and you can watch as more life seems to stir out of the pockets or pools of acid, and a large slug-like creature with giant four tentacles reaching out of its mouth and a giant beak, almost octopus-like beak at the front of it, slithers out of the far pool to the south and starts slithering its way to the rest of the group. It's going to go ahead and just make both its move actions to get into the fray. It is now your turn, Trick. What are you doing?
So I stopped blasting.
So, anyways,
Let's big and ugly in front of me. Let's do. Let me concentration. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. Witch bolt.
Okay. You are in a good enough distance away from not range to. Are you doing it onto
Yeah,
monster? Okay. Do it up.
tall, squiddy, and ugly.
very squiddy, very ugly.
So that's a 21 to hit.
Ooh, that totally hits.
Kill. Did I manage to pull 2d12 out of my bag. I did not. Bag, come here. Let's see. A little for wall. Come here. There we are. Check.
If I can.
That. This is for 14.
Okay.
14 points of lightning damage.
All right. You blast at this slug-like creature and wails pain screech out of its beak horror of a mouth, dealing 14 points of lightning damage. It appears to be severely such a serious. I am going to see if I can actually upload the pictures of the things because freaking cool as hell. Yeah. Wait.
What the?
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Oh.
Very cool. And then, oh, I had another one. It is now. Oops. Ephraim, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So I am like 98% sure that they nerfed Horizon Walker Ranger on D&D Beyond.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I was like reading through my skills again, and the bonus action for Planar Warrior only counts for one attack now and not all damage for the rest of the turn.
Oh.
So, unless I'm the idiot, but I'm very sure that they nerfed that.
This is what attacked Droskvar.
Alright, so... Alright. As a for my bonus action, I'm gonna Misty Step. I'm gonna pop over here. And then I'm gonna fire off 2 attacks at the jabroni that's grappling my friend.
Okay.
Friend in quotation marks, of course. Alright, I've got a nat 20 and a... It's gonna be like a 24.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
So it's going to be... 7...
Both will hit, of course.
It's just double the damage dice, right? Not the bonus?
Yeah,
Or is...
just the dice themselves, not the
Alright, it's gonna be 24 piercing damage then.
Woo! Very nice. That is towards the Ankh. Does not seem to have any sort of cool. Your arrows strike true, and you watch as the oh, sorry. You watch as the shafts arrow of your arrow sink deep into the flesh of this creature, managing to hit the small, soft, intersecting points between its armored carapace, doing quite a serious amount of damage. Sally, it is your turn.
Okay. So yeah, there is one behind me, so I think I am gonna go after that one.
Okay. Sorry, I'm
Ah!
doing. Sorry.
Alright, I will... before I fly into a rage, do I know anything about these creatures?
You can make a knowledge nature.
Knowledge nature. Okay. No. That was a 4.
You have no idea,
Ah,
and you know that it can bleed, so you can kill it.
yeah, yeah. And it doesn't look like this thing that's in front of me. It looks soft,
It looks as
easily penetrable. Not
well. Maybe
not
take your dinner first, but
not
uh,
like
no, it,
a beetle that has like a hard
no,
carapace or something. It looks
no,
like it's
it
got.
does not appear to have any sort of exoskeleton or external armor.
All right.
It is a rather fleshy-like worm.
Then I will take out my butterfly great axe
Okay.
and do a double slice. I want to try these dice. These dice didn't like me much either. That's going to be an 18 and a 15.
Both will hit.
Okay.
Let me ask though: is your great magical in any way?
Yes, it's a +1.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know if I said, but I was flying into a rage.
Uh,
I meant to say that if I didn't say it, but
I believe you insinuate.
okay, yeah.
Oh, everyone, you're still over here, by the
So yeah, they are both. They both have all my. Both of my weapons have
I
+1
mean-
enchantments, but
Sorry, Alex. I put myself back over there with my bonus action
Oh.
as a misty
Oh,
step
gotcha.
away from the worm.
Gotcha.
all right. Do you need the damage separately?
No, I do not.
Okay. I rolled really well, and then I get,
Oh,
as part of rage, I get a +2 to damage. Yeah. Okay. So that's. Well, I'm just gonna calculator this. This is gonna be a lot. Uh, 38 points of slashing damage with my great axe.
holy smokes and cola.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was a 12 and a 10 on the dice. Plus, I have a +6 to both attacks for damage. Plus the +2 to both damages. So
Yeah. You tell me how you destroy this thing.
I just cut it in half. Just a nice clean cut, like it's a very medium.
Hot dog or hamburger style?
It's very steak. It's very like cut through like a steak.
Well, I
I'm
mean-
going
Laterally.
yeah, so if it's like a long thing, I'm going that way.
Okay. So you're bisecting it
Yeah.
like into like two halves, or are you doing like a
Like
one
separating
half
the top from the bottom.
Okay. So with a deft strike of your great axe, you leave this monstrous worm-like tentacle-beaked faced monstrosity. You cleave it straight in two, and you watch as both ends now wriggle, flop, and convulse. You watch as like one side ends up like the tail side ends up crashing sight. The side with the face flops over and lands into the pit of ash.
Alright,
But
and
you don't notice any sort of like sizzling or decaying of flesh from
yeah, that's kind
this
of what I
creature.
was trying to figure out when I was doing the check is like, is this thing going to squirt acid at me if I kill it? I'm not going to move. Instead, I'm going to just stand there and try and keep an eye out for anything else jumping at us, so that
Okay.
I don't get like ambushed.
Sure. Creature grab. Okay, you're grappled. Excuse me. Where is that? Grappled. Okay. It is Pocket Turtle. Pocket Turtle. Is going to. Oops. Pocket Turtle is going to run. Doesn't even need to run over. She is going to grab onto the leg of Druskar and instinctively push through a series of healing magics to the being. They are going to do it at. Yeah, looks like you got hurt pretty bad, so she's going to do a second level. And 2d8 plus 8. Ooh, hot damn. You, Druskvar, you're 18 points of damage.
Sweet.
And that is make a. No, he cannot. She's gonna stay put there. It is now the Keg's turn. With Druskvar in its mouth, going to go ahead and bite attack on. It's going to have advantage on this since you are currently still grabbing massive mandibles. So, oof. That is only going to be a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh, okie doke. That is 6, 7, 10 points piercing damage or slashing, right? And 3 points of acid. As you can now start this digestive fluid being spit and like almost spewed onto your as you've been grappled by this creature. It's almost trying to dissolve you outside in.
Alrighty.
It is now Ephraim, you it is unfortunate your position, though your quick sense of thinking and spatial awareness has been above par throughout this entire before even joining this. Unfortunately, sometimes things are just kind of shit. As you've kind of teleported right as extra Grick flops out and slithers out of the passage right where you're on.
I hate it when it flops out and you don't expect it.
Yep. It's going to go ahead and make you. So, attack with tentacles. So it needs to hit with the tentacle. Then it can make bite attack, beak attack. All right. So the first one is a flurry of tentacles.
All right.
That's going to be a 15 to hit.
No.
Misses. Okay. And attack hits. Beak attack. Target. Okay. It cannot do anything else. Is done.
Yeah, get the hell out of here.
Druskvar, it
Stupid
is your
worm.
turn. You are currently grappled. Your speed is 0. But you can try to break out of the creature's grapple action or do something else.
I am going to first cast Guardian of Nature. I'm going to pick the form of the primal beast. And then, as my action, I am going to wild shape into a cave bear. So I am a primal version of a cave bear at the moment.
Okay, interesting. What does that look like?
So I like to think. So kind of like if you think of like World of Warcraft when you like the druids turn into the bear, but like they get like the cool skins for like the other bear forms. Just lots more like spiky fur, glowy eyes, larger claws. Just more of like a guardian spirit version of a bear.
Cool.
So that is all I can do. That's my action and bonus action.
Okay. All right. It is now do this. Whoop, this. This guy is dead. Delete you. I'm gonna leave it up there. Trick. It is your turn now. Oh wait, no. It is not. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. God, they changed everything in this freaking token. There we go. Okay. So, with the rumbling, bumbling of the fight and all the chaos, you all start hearing the pitter patter of falling into the acid below, the sizzling cysts of the acid eating away at the stones, the grinding of rock on earth, and you can all briefly just realize a huge, massive stalactite at the top on the top of the ceiling start to turn and twist in its place. And as it does a full 90, a massive bloodshot in the center of this stone column of stalactite. And as it rests its eyes, veritable buffet of prey in front of it, you then hear the creaking of stone as a large, massive mouth splits open underneath, and these massive rows of teeth just bared. Of course, this is all being seen upside down as this hangs effortlessly from the ceiling. Massive or lengthy tentacles view out from the base of this monster and start wriggling and writhing and whipping around patient. It is going. It only move 10 feet. Up. But it is going to. Four tentacles. What's the. Attacked. Where's the. I think it's a range for these tentacles. Here we go. 50 feet. Okay. It is going to start whipping out its tentacles. Fine. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. It is going to make its one tentacle against each of you. Besides Ephraim. Everyone's going to get attacked by tentacle from the Roper. Is 7. Okay. Okay. The first one is going to be against Trick. That's going to miss with a 9. Second one against Sally. 17. Does a 17 hit
Yeah, it
Sally?
does.
Okay. The one to PT. PT. What is your 17? That is going to miss. And then the one against Druskvar is a 20.
That'll hit.
Okay. So I got a hit on Sally and Druskvar. That means the tendril is going to hit features. Here's grappled. Okay, there's no damage. Okay, but grappled. Trained assistant. Okay, cool. So you watch as these massive tendrils whip out from the roper, lash around the appendage of Sally and Druskvar as they attempt to drag them closer. Oh, oof. Sally, you get pulled directly at the mouth of this monstrous creature. You're partially hanging in the air. The thing has pulled you up towards its gaping maw. Druskvar,
Wait, do
you
I
are
get damage or it just
no. There's
grapples?
no damage. Druskvar, you are currently being grappled by already. Um, but these things aren't cooperative. So I'm going to have the Roper do a contested strength roll against the Ankeg to see which one holds on to. Oh shit! I literally misclicked by a millimeter, and I did a freaking damn thing. Oh, that's right. I don't have any fighting music. Okay, it is pretty strong. It rolls a 15. Try and yank you from. Oh no! I deleted the wrong thing and brought up the. Oh, didn't even matter. Um, Druskvar, you get your leg and thigh wrapped by this roper, and you are forcefully yanked from the grasp, the mandibles of this creature, and pulled directly far as it can towards the roper.
Okay.
You are now free from one grapple, but grappled by another.
Ain't that life?
Um,
Just over here being a giant bear pinata.
yeah. Do, 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 do. Oh no, I need this. Okay, Druskvar, it is your. Oh wait, no, you just had your turn. Boom, there we go. Oh my god, that guy's dead. Okay, Trick, it is your turn.
Okay. Uh, we do. Uh, do we want to go after the thing that we've already hit, or the new thing that scares us more? What's the vibe check feel like?
Vibe check. I ain't scared. I ain't scared.
Ah!
Okay.
You can see two of your teammates are literally dangling, and your half orc barbarian literally inches away from this giant slobbering mouth full of rows of shark-like teeth.
Yeah, no, that's
Nah.
enough to convince me. Um. Okay. Let's see. Is that in action? What is that? Warlock, say, invocation, passive ability. That is an action. Okay, let's Misty Step to behind the hentai monster that's
I knew
trying to eat our barbarian.
Okay, I will remind you that this particular creature is hanging on the ceiling.
Oh, right, hanging from the ceiling. Well, huh?
Actually, hold on. Whoop. That better?
Yeah, I mean, let's doot. So, teleport. Would I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. Um. Yeah. Let's. When in doubt, Eldritch Blast.
Cool. Who are you firing at?
Ceiling friendo.
Got it. All right, do it up.
Dirty 20.
That'll hit.
That is a D10. You. And that's 10. So,
Okay.
10 points of force damage.
You got it. Anything else for you?
Let's see. Yeah, I guess I will cunning action hide behind the nearest stalagmite.
Okay. I would say the nearest one is going to be like either right here, as it's tall enough, or maybe like right here. So this is pretty tall. Right here is going to be a little too low.
Okay, yeah, then um, move to my character's right.
Okay. Cool.
Get hidden.
All right. Make me a stealth check. I guess with advantage.
Yeah.
Advantage for that.
I think that's how that works.
Cunning action. I think it's. I don't think it's just as part of your. I think it's I don't know.
I mean, it should just
Cunning
be a,
action. I can take a bonus action on each of my turns to take the dash, disengage, or hide action.
Okay. So then, yeah, I think it's just a straight.
Skill. And that was stealth.
Yep.
17.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Because I've got a +9.
Hmm.
Nice.
Wow.
All right.
You literally just barely out edge me in every category, don't you?
How does it feel? Who's the protagonist now?
My stealth is only a +7. Oh no.
All right, Ephrail, it is your turn.
All right, how's the on-keg looking?
It is looking quite injured.
All right, so I think I'm just gonna take the attack of opportunity and move away from
Okay.
Jabroni face over here.
Yes. Oh, it's gonna miss.
Thank you. All right, I'm going to. All right, I'm gonna mark the on-keg with my bonus action, Planar Warrior, and fire an arrow at it.
Go for it.
And it's going to be a 28 to hit.
Oh, absolutely.
And that is going to be 15 force damage.
Awesome. Tell me how you kill this thing. Exactly.
Well, I shoot it in its big dumb face with an arrow. But that arrow is infused with force, so it kind of blows its mandibles off when it impacts its dumb face.
So almost like a long shotgun blast. You watch as the head of this creature just literally gets blasted off of its shoulders. Bits and pieces of its giant mandibles shatter and fly throughout the air, landing everywhere. Shrapnel. The blood and gush of the creature's innards splattering everywhere. I'm going to have PT make PT, Pocket Turtle, is going to take 1 point of acid damage as this thing literally gets sprayed acid blood all over it.
All right. And then for my second attack, somebody's still kind of grappled by Jabroni face,
Yes.
ceiling McLoser, right?
Both Sally and Druskvar dangling from the as Sally has her forearm shoulder wrapped in this tentacle, and Druskvar is like a big giant bear, but it's being hoisted up in the air by its leg, its hind leg.
All right. Well, I'm gonna aim for the tentacle grabbing Sally.
Okay.
That is going to be a 28 again for an attack roll.
All right. That is.
It's only going to be six piercing damage for the attack, but you decide what happens from there. Considering I was aiming specifically for the tentacle.
Yeah. Okay. So 6 damage. Definitely going to take that. No doubt about it. It is okay. All right, and I am going strength check against the damage. Against the damage, no. What would it be? We'll say DC 10 plus the. All right, that is going to succeed with a 22. So I had to beat a 17. All right.
Well, I tried, Sally. I'm
So,
sorry. I tried.
uh, it may have been for the better because Sally 20, 30 feet. But it is now Sally's turn. Well, Ephriel, were you finished? You had everything?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's worth me trying to jump over the acid pit with the vines in order to
Gotcha.
move. So I'll
All
just
right.
I'll stay where I am.
Gotcha. But Sally, it is your turn.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna make a strength check to try and break out of it.
Okay. You are raging. So,
Yeah, so I'll do it at advantage.
mhm.
Ooh, hell yeah. Am I doing a strength check or athletics
Yep.
check?
It is a strength check.
Okay. That's still good. That's a 23.
That is definitely going to succeed. You manage to swipe at the injured portion of the tendril that Ephriel fired upon already. You
Mm-hmm.
manage to do enough of a check to break out. You're going to tumble to the ground. 7 uh, to 9 points of bludgeoning. End up hitting this stalagmite and rolling down.
Half because
Um,
I'm raging?
yep, you are raging. Now, I'd like to make a dexterity saving
Dexterity saving
just to
throw.
make sure you don't fall into the.
12.
All right. So I would say, um, I wonder if you're. All right, we're gonna do this. Um, even or
Uh, even.
okay. So you manage to fall and plummet to the ground. Grab. I want to grab you. You manage to fall, plummet to the ground. You hit the. You roll over. You knock your head against another portion of this large, built up mountainous area of this area, and you start to roll towards this pile of acid, and you manage to just roll in exactly the right way that your big, like the halves of your weapons, lodge you uh, in between these two rocks and prevent you from falling all the way into the acid. But you can feel your back of your neck, and your head almost leaning over, and you can feel the heat that is being given off by the acid just only like 5 feet, 10 feet underneath you. But
Yeah.
you managed to save yourself from falling
Awesome.
into the acid.
Cool.
That was your action to break. Um, if you still have your bonus action and any other movement, I would say you're knocked prone as well.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get up, but I don't really have any bonus actions to take. Um,
Well,
so I think I'm just going to get ready for either another grapple or to run back into it.
okay.
Definitely want to try and slice off those tentacles if I can.
Sure. All right. It is now. She is going to take a few steps back, get an idea of where she, and she is going to launch a guiding bolt. Is that what she wants to do? People haven't really been hurt too bad. She only has one fifth level slot. We're looking pretty good right now. So we're Shield of Fate. Oh, it's a. We're going to do a first level guiding bolt against the Roper. Plus 8 to hit. Ooh, she rolls a nat 20. That is going to be 1d8 double. Holy shit, for a first level spell. That is going to be 14, 21. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Oh my god. Okay, this is even going to be even better. Sorry. So I was looking at Cure Wounds, which is 1d8. She rolled a 7. It was 1d8 plus 8 plus 7. But Guiding Bolt at first level is 4d4.
46.
That's what I said. You're lying. I said 46. Where's my other? Oh, all right. I'm just gonna roll. Oh, okay. 8, 16, 18, 18, 22 points of holy damage. Right? Holy damage? Yeah, radiant. Radiant damage. 22. Holy shit. That did a lot of damage. And now, of course, the next attack on this creature has a. It is now. Was this the one that's dead? No, it is now this one's turn. This Grick, this big old worm at you, bro, and try and consume you. Because it doesn't want you in its territory. It's hungry. So it's going to try and do its multi attack on you. That's going to miss, and that's all it can do. All right, Druskvar, you are currently in the grips hanging from the ceiling of this creature. You're about 20 feet in the air.
All right. The Wall of Thorns, I looked it up, would disappear when I cast Guardian of Nature.
Oh,
So the Wall of Thorns is gone at this point.
no problem.
And then can I attack the Roper's tentacle that's holding me?
So you can't really attack. I mean, you can try and attack the tentacle. It's going to be at a much higher AC, or you can attempt to break grapple, much lower strength.
I'll just try and break the grapple.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a strength check.
That is a 20 strength or athletics?
Strength.
Strength. That is a 24.
Okay, that is definitely going to break the grapple. You are going to fall quite a bit of distance. Only taking 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I would like you to make me a dexterity saving throw to make sure you don't fall and roll into
3.
3. Ooh, okay. So you are going to take, as you roll uncontrollably down the stalagmite, all this ground beneath you, you unfortunately are unable to catch yourself from rolling into the acid. Oh, not too bad. 5, 6, 8, 13. 13, 21 points of acid damage as you splash into this portion of the acid. At the start of your turn, every turn that you don't get out, or at the start of your turn, if you are in the acid, you're 6d6 points of damage.
Okay. Do I still have movement left?
Yes, I would say you've landed prone. Acid.
Okay. Need to see. It was 21 plus. Okay, I maintain concentration. So I have 50 feet of movement, so I will move myself out of
Yeah,
there,
you've got a
please.
good 25 feet. Make me an athletics check to climb up out of here. It's gonna be super low.
That's a 22.
Yeah, you got it. You've used the giant bear mitts of your ancestor form and literally claw at the rocks, leaving these stone divots into the ground as you literally claw your way out and back.
Ooh.
Right.
That is all I'm gonna be able to
Your
do.
turn. It is the Roper's turn. It does not like that it just lost all of its potential. 10 feet of movement. All right. 6 tentacle attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. It only has 4 of you available. All right. Oh, wait.
No!
It's you
No!
now.
No!
It's you now.
No!
Let me just double check on the. So it might be 15. 50. Here it is. Nope, 50. Okay, you are still safe. Okay. So that is for 4 tendrils. The one against Sally, that is a 24 to hit.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay, you are grappled. And does the real happen immediately? Well, each creature grappled by 25 feet straight from you. You are pulled pretty much exactly right where you were. You are right at the mouth of it.
Great.
Druskvar. That's only a 15. Trick misses with an 11. AT 17. That is her armor class. PT gets wrapped up by the tentacle. 5 feet. So Sally and PT, you are now grabbed and up in the air.
Oh, it hit me too.
Oh, it did?
I only have an AC of 12.
Oh, then yeah, it did. You get pulled right to its. So Sally Druskvar, you are right at melee distance of the roper. PT is still like 20 feet ish away from the mouth. Is it pulled up? 15, 20 feet, something. Okay. This Grick that's dead. Trick, your turn. Trick, what you doing, bud?
Yeah, sorry.
Did I scare you?
No, I was lost in thought. Um, do do do.
What I can do?
What have we got? Ah, so let's see. Now it's got 3 party member pinatas. Um, those numbers are not moving in the right direction.
No,
Um,
I'm afraid not.
uh, this is, okay, yeah, because I can. Yeah, let's go with this. Fuck it. You know what? It just really needs to chill with the grabbing of my party members. I do not like this.
Mhm.
I'm gonna cast Frostbite
Okay.
at it.
You do technically have advantage.
It's a
Oh,
con
it's a saving
save.
throw? Never mind.
Con save.
More like a can't save.
More like a
Am I
con
right?
save, am I right?
Ooh, it rolled a natural 20.
It'll still take half damage.
Okie doke.
Yeah, on a disadvantage. Or wait, is it failed save? Does it? No. If it's saved, that's it. It spell fizzles.
Ooh, all right.
Stinky.
Yeah, well, it happens. It was worth it for the pun.
All right. Anything else for your turn then?
Let's see. Let me as a bonus action, I'll cast Shadow Blade.
Okay. Is that a cantrip?
No, it's a Warlock Pack spell.
Okay. Can't cast 2 leveled spells in the same turn.
No, Frostbite was a cantrip.
Oh,
Yeah, Frostbite was the cantrip, and
gotcha.
then Shadow Blade just has a casting time of a bonus action.
Okay, cool. Then you're good.
And I'm not using the blade this turn, obviously.
Gotcha. All right, fair enough.
I'm just getting it in my hand.
Cool. All right, is that all then?
Yes.
All right, Ephriel, do your thing. You've got this tentacle beak worm at your
Yeah. He kind of a bitch though. So
kinda a bitch.
kinda. All right. I think.
Why don't you return back to your tequila ball worm?
All right. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to completely ignore the loser that's attacking me. I'm gonna Misty Step over to here with
Okay.
my last second level spell slot. And I'm gonna fire 2 arrows at the groper
Got
that's
it.
trying to grope my party members.
Do it.
And that's going to be lowest roll is a 16.
Okay, that's gonna miss.
Highest roll is an 18.
That's gonna miss.
All right. Yeah. So great turn. I'll see you guys on my next turn.
All right. Sally, it is your turn.
Alright, so can I make an attack
Yeah.
as I
Yeah.
but it's at what, disadvantage because I'm
Nope. No, you're simply grabbed right now. Brained. That's another story. But well, let me see if you're shouldn't be. Target is grappled until the grapple ends. The target. Oh, until the grapple ends, the target is restrained and has disadvantage on strength checks, strength saving throw.
I
Roper
didn't
can't
roll
use-
that other one at well,
Yeah,
I should have rolled
that
that
was
other one straight, but
that was on me as well because I didn't read the rest. So,
so
since you are restrained, you do make attacks at disadvantage. Let me just check on that. Restrained. Condition 5. Bomb. Unable to move. Done some move stranded because Da-ba-da.
Bop, dop, 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 dop.
Creatures cannot move when restrained, and the moves so you can. Yep, all attacks against them have advantage. Restrained creatures also have disadvantage on dexterity saving. Use an ability check with strength or athletics to end the restraint. Otherwise, try using a teleportation spell like Misty. Okay.
I can't do that. So, are my
Ah.
attacks at disadvantage?
Yes, your
Yes.
attacks are at disadvantage, and your strength check to break out of it is at disadvantage.
Oh,
Which
there's
is
a nat
my
20.
bad.
Oh, that one was a nat 20 and a nat 1 together. Okay. Uh-huh. And
So that's an average of a 10, is what I'm
Oh,
hearing.
actually, wait, Sally.
yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Ephraim, one of those arrows have been at advantage since technically the guiding bolt still was lingered since
Mm-hmm.
frostbite was a
Wait, no, hold on. Doesn't the guiding bolt disappear after the first attack, even if it fails?
No. I thought it was the next
Isn't
attack
it?
against.
Oh, is frostbite in an attack roll though?
No, that was a
No.
saving throw.
Okay, so I will re-roll one of my dice then.
Yeah.
Does a 21 hit?
Range attack spell because target.
It's just
Next
simple.
attack roll
It's the
made
next
against
attack roll, right?
Yeah, the next attack roll made against the target before the end of your next turn. So yeah, you're good.
All right.
21 will hit.
Okay, that'll be 10 piercing damage then.
Awesome. All right, we're whittling it down. It's looking a little worse for wear. See, blood is starting to drip down towards the conical point of its head as, again, this thing is upside down. Okay, so we managed that. Sally, you made first attack roll, technically a negative, a natty 1.
Mm-hmm. And
You have your-
the other one wasn't much better. That's going to be a 13.
Yeah, that's going to be
Both of them were at disadvantage.
Mhm. Okay. Anything else that you would like to do?
I don't think I can do anything else
Right.
because I
You wanna-
gave.
You can wink at me. It's okay. That's an acceptable free action.
She's just like, get this damn tentacle sliced off.
I mean, I already helped free you once. What do you want from me?
Did you help me free me last time?
Allegedly.
Yeah. He had shot at one of the tentacles that the tentacle that was grappling you the first time,
Yeah.
and did damage. Sure. 6 creatures of your choice. So,
Oh wait, no, I can get tentacled. Can I retcon my turn to move farther away than 50 feet?
uh,
Kidding, I'm kidding, of course.
okay. But right, she's grappled too. What's she gonna do? What are you gonna do, Pocket Turtle? Pocket Turtle. Ooh, could be. There's spells and magical effects. Those are creatures that has a grapple. Ooh, that could be interesting. But Josro's been hurt quite a bit. Sally's been hurt quite a bit. Everyone else is okay. I want to spend this spell to get out of the grapple. Ooh, I don't know. Oh, it's 4th level. Ooh. No. No. All right. She's going to use 3rd level spell to cast mass healing word. So, Sally, Druskvar, and PT herself are all going to heal by 13.
Way more than I was ever hurt.
Oh, really? Oh, jeez, never mind. I know Druskvar did quite a bit. Okay.
I had only taken 5 points of damage this whole time.
Sure. Well,
I mean, that's rage for you.
Yeah, between the rage and then the twisting my ankle, only taking 1 damage, I was like, I was fine.
where? Okay, this Greg. 30 feet worth of movement. Boop, boop, boop. You watch as this serpentine effort slides across the rock and dips into the acid, just to come right back up effortlessly. Moves its train. It is going to. It's gonna. It's gonna have to. Oh, I think it can hit either one of you. It's a large-sized creature, right? Nope, it's a medium monstrosity. Never mind. It can't either of you. So it's just gonna get right up. That is its turn. Druskvar, you are held up in the air yet again. 20,
Alrighty.
25 feet in the air against this creature.
Cool. Because of Guardian of Nature, all my strength attacks are at advantage. So
Okay.
I just straight roll this.
Yep, straight rolls.
So I'm going to use my bite attack first.
Okay.
That is a 20 to hit.
Ooh, that just hits.
All right. That is 1d8 plus 5. So that's 6 piercing damage
Okay.
plus 3 force damage
Ooh.
from Guardian of Nature.
Uh-huh.
And then my claw attack.
Let me just make sure.
That's a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
And that is 3d6.
Ooh, this is gonna be hurt. This is gonna hurt.
5, 10, 20, 20 points, or let's see, 5, let's see, double these, 16, 21 points of slashing, and 4 points of force damage.
Ooh. It is looking very, very hurt.
And that is my turn.
It is now. It's and it is not happy with the damage that it just took. 4 attacks with the tentacles uses real. I mean, why? Okay. It is. Let's see. It's gonna do its multi attack. 4 attacks with its tendrils. So these guys are already. So 1 and 2. So it's gonna make 2 tendril. 1 on Trick, 1 on Ephraim. The one on Trick is a 17.
I want to say that just connects.
Okay. If you want to double check that for me, just.
Oh, it more than just connects. Yeah.
All right.
17. We'll do it.
You are immediately reeled in. And then Ephraim, that's an 18 to hit.
Yeah,
Connects.
that is my armor class.
So you are going to get yanked.
No, thank you.
Nope. All right. You are all grappled.
No thanks.
Later. Okay. It is going to make bite attack against Druskvar, the big old bear that just freaking demolished it. 7. That is a 23 to hit.
That'll
Is that
hit.
your bear form?
Oh yeah.
Okie doke. 48 4. Ooh, boo. 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Angel is done. Real is done. That is its turn. This Grick is dead. Trick, it's your turn. You are currently grappled and suspended in the air by 10 feet. You are restrained. Your attacks are at disadvantage. Strength checks are at disadvantage.
Trick has a strength modifier of +1, so it's not like they were going to be just hulking out.
Only +1, Mr. Edgy?
Yeah, because, I've got, +3s and +2s elsewhere.
I win one category.
Yes, good job. I hope you feel happy. What are the stats for that 7? The packed bone, packed display.
So just as you're gearing up for your move, visual right now in this massive cave filled with all these pools of acid, massive upside down stalactite that's alive. It literally has 5 people strung up, 6 people. 5 people, 4 people, and 1 bear, all hanging up in the air, and it's like whirling and bringing them up to its mouth. This big, huge, massive shark-like mouth that is drooling and like literally everything is dripping off of its face as it's hanging upside down, trying to devour these pesky mules.
Okay. So yeah, that's
Excuse me.
it's dirty 20 to hit.
That is gonna hit. What are you doing, by the way? What are you?
Oh, that was just the roll with disadvantage to hack at the tentacle on me with my pack blade.
Okay. So something like that. I mean, trying to hack at the tentacle to break the grapple, something different, but this could just be an attack if you want it. Since you are in melee.
Yeah, I was just making sure that the Shadow Blade didn't have any special rules with it. But yeah, it's just a simple melee weapon that I'm proficient with. So it's 2d8 psychic damage.
Ooh.
Yep. So that's 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay. All right. This thing is on death's door. This thing is looking like. All right, Ephriel, it is your turn.
All right. So I'm grappled with a bow in my hand.
Yep. You're
What are the
hanging like 5-10 feet around it.
what are the chances I could shoot this jabroni with a bow, or do I need to pull out my maul in order to do any damage to this guy?
You're not in melee range because the distance that you
Okay, all right.
get dragged over.
So a maul attack is out of the question, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I would say so. You're not in melee. Still like.
So I can make a ranged attack with disadvantage. Pretty much is my option.
Yes, if you want.
Yeah. You know what? I do want.
Or if you wanted to just break out of it entirely.
You know what? But if I kill this thing, I'll definitely break out.
Yeah. All right. Make an attack with disadvantage.
All right, attack with disadvantage. It's going to be an 18.
It's gonna miss.
All right.
Second
Bonus
attack.
action. Bonus action. I'm planar warrioring this guy.
Okay.
So if I connect, it'll just be an extra D8 of damage.
Sure.
Yeah, I missed. Okay.
It
was a 17. I rolled a 17.
Okay. It is Sally's turn.
All right, let's do those disadvantage attacks.
Do it up. This thing is looking horribly clean.
Yeah, but my dice really don't like me.
Okay.
Alright, so 12 and 16.
No, I'm afraid both are gonna miss.
Yeah. Alright, that's all I can do.
All right. It is PT's turn.
Oh, also, question.
Yes.
I haven't been injured, but I've
Okay.
still been attacking, but I haven't
Exactly.
hit. I'm still in my rage?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay. So strength checks are advantage, attacks are so. She is going to grasp, cast Sacred Flame, which is dexterity saving feature. Whoa! So PT grabs onto her holy symbol, reaches out to the heaven, seeks out the guidance of God to slay this beast that's so desperate attacking. And as she does so, a beam of light gathers at the end, lobs it as like a basketball, lobs it up away from the tentacle for it to land directly into the center eye, and the napalm-like flame, celestial damage, burns at the eye, and the creature starts wailing and screaming and shaking, releasing everyone. I need everyone to make dexterity saving throw. Let me get all my D4s ready.
I fail. That's an 8.
Okay.
Wait,
Oh, wait.
that's the wrong character sheet. Force it.
If you rolled a 22,
It's
Okay.
22.
add 1.
I rolled an at 1.
Like that acid.
Apparently.
Oh.
How much damage can Dreskbar take? This is the test.
Okay.
And continuing to one up Ephriel, 23.
I'll kill you myself.
Okay.
Ariel just pushes you into the acid.
Superhero landing.
Okay.
Oh,
So
God.
first off,
This is my new
Sally,
favorite storyline.
Sally, Druskvar, Trick. You all take, since you are highest amongst the group. You all take 1, 3. You all take 7 points of bludgeoning.
I will happily half that for myself.
Half that. Druskvar or Trick, you have been lucky enough to be in the center area of this encounter. Whereas when you fall, break your fall, manage to catch yourself up surrounding rocks and stalagmites to prevent yourself from rolling too far into like ditch or into one of the various pools of acid.
Mhm.
Effort are naturally natural. Where do you go? What did you roll your dexterity?
Sorry. I rolled a 22, but I
Yeah.
did not hear much of what you just said.
Oh, okay. So you fall. You took the Afril MP. Lowest amongst the encounter. The two of you only take 2 points of damage. I need it. I'll pick it up later. But you managed to catch yourself. Oh, there it is. Okay. You managed to catch yourself, prevent rolling into acid.
Hooray.
Sally, your luck has come to a bit of an end. What's the word? Plinko down existing stalagmites of this area. Flash into. You're going to take 29 points of acid damage.
Which I cannot have.
Druskvar, also find yourself in a very familiar. Find yourself in a very familiar slide down into the acid. As you take 10, 24 points of acid damage.
Okay.
And
So I'm back into my normal form. Okay.
so you all fall and splash into various pools of acid and knocked into rocks and everything. And there is still a worm is desperately trying to scrap up whatever bits of food that it can. It's going to attack PT's closest. She is prone, so it gets advantage. Well, it's going to miss anyway. Druskvar, it's your turn.
All right. I started my turn in the acid.
Yep.
Okay.
That's going to be 6, 8, 18, 27 points of acid damage.
Cool. I'm dead.
Oh,
Bye.
okay. We're at 0.
Yeah.
Okay. Is dead. Dead. Trick. We're up. You can see the half submerged form Rustfall in the acid. Technically, Yeah.
Um,
It'd be like overheat.
let's see. Oh,
Sally.
let's see. What do I even have left? Um, yeah, let's I I really don't feel like getting grabbed by anything again, so I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Oh, I should say, this creature, the roper, had you tangled up, has
Uh-huh.
collapsed from the ever burning celestial pocket turtle lobbed into its face.
Yeah, no, I I know the ceiling guy
Gotcha.
is
Oh, okay.
down, but Trick's gonna be a little twitchy about getting within striking distance.
Hmm.
Um, so Eldritch Blast is a 20 to hit.
Absolutely.
Cool. D10, and that's 2.
All right. 2 points of damage.
Yeah, 1d10. They can't all be winners.
That's fine. Anything else? You're
Nope, that's what I got.
Ephriel. Are ground.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna mark the last guy with my
Yep.
Planar Warrior, and my lowest roll is going to be a 20.
That'll definitely hit.
All right. This is going to be 18 points of force damage and 13 points of piercing damage for a total of 33 damage.
All right. Tell me how you kill this thing.
I shoot it in its dumb face, just like I did its friend, the Anka.
Like a cherry bomb. July loads out from the spray of viscera. Anything else for your turn? We are officially out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll try and jump back towards the campsite with a flourish.
Okay. I guess we can stay in initiative since we have a couple that are in
Sorry,
acid.
oh wait, yeah, sorry. Before I
Yeah.
jump back in, does anybody need help? Can I
Yeah.
cure wounds, my friends?
So cure wound touch spell. Sally.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah, Sally wants to get out of the acid, please.
All right.
And-
Well, Sally doesn't need healing, right? I guess I'll strength check to pull her up.
Yeah, like I like maybe like an assisted strength check or something, because
I would say, Ephriel, since you are aiding Sally, when it comes to Sally's turn, just look right next. Sally, you can make an acrobatics or athletics check to get out of the acid advantage,
yeah,
since Ephriel is helping.
yeah, I'm gonna do the athletics check to pull
Since you
out.
starting your
That'll be a. Am I still in rage? Can I? Oh wait, no, that's only a +2 to damage. Never mind. So yeah, that's going to be 22.
okay,
Pull myself
that
out.
definitely succeeds.
Do I take
As
any
you were-
acid damage
Yeah.
at the start of my turn for being in the
Yes,
acid?
Yep, that's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, okay.
26 points of acid damage from
Okay.
starting your.
There we go. Okay, I'm officially now below half health. I wasn't before.
Okay. It is Pocket Turtle. Acid. She's taking. Oof. She is taking 28 acid damage. That is. But she just barely makes it out. But she's going to. While she's there, she is going. Turtle. Something strong. Uh, okay, she is going to cast Cure Wound on Ruskvar. Well, she's right there. 8. Fuck yeah. Wow. 15, 22 points of healing. Ruskvar, you are up, conscious, and at 22.
Okay.
It is now your turn.
Okay.
All right, hello. Didn't. Okay, actually, not 10, 20 points of acid.
Hey, I'm still alive. I will
Go ahead.
crawl
Make me
myself
an
out of the acid, please. Oh, what?
athletics check to climb out of
A
everything.
10.
That'll do it. Good.
Yay.
Oh. All right. Well, with everyone seemingly finished with evening's events, there's quite a little bit of patchwork to do. Teammates and spell slots rest, and clearly your adventure is yet to be. We are going to call it there for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. So dying. I'm kind of like it's crazy that the enemies didn't do like very much damage, like all the acid around failing their deck saves. So very funny. Very, very interesting.
My dice were not nice to me today.
They were that rover survived round 5 round on P from like all the heavy damage to Sally, Efferel, they all missed. It was crazy. And it was a cantrip that did like 5 points of damage that killed it. Oh man. That was awesome. Guys, thank you so much for okay. I guess Mel, if you take it away.
Yeah, sure
Closing
thing.
remarks.
All right. So the quick announcements are, let's see. Next Wednesday we might be back with our on schedule Murder on the Eberron Express. I know we played yesterday, even though that technically wasn't our scheduled week, but we might get back on schedule starting next week. And then next Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, tune in for our Rise of the Rune Lords event.
Yeah.
The Foxglove Manor, which is going to be an amazing time. You can watch everyone freak the fuck out as I send them into a haunted mansion and yeah, it is my favorite part of Rise of the Rune Lords from when I played it. So, getting to DM it, I am super excited for what is in store for all of the players. And I know Falcon remembers it because I played it with him. I'm sure I'll see snack time there if he has time because he'll want to watch us
Uh,
go through it again. But yeah, so tune in both Wednesday and Thursday next week for some awesome stuff. And yeah, we will be back with this in 2 weeks on the 15th.
yeah.
All right, that is all I have for you guys right now. So until next week, have a great rest of your week, an amazing weekend. Don't forget to drink some water, rest up, take your meds, do what you need to do, and we'll see you then. Bye bye, everyone.
All right. Ciao, ciao.
Also, it was good to be back with this group for once.
Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.